Head to our under 16 boys 3,000 metre final.
We get ready for going to be the under 16 3,000 metres, no time finals, 17 athletes in this race. Get away cleanly for the under 16 3,000 metres. Adams wears 1, Schinard 2, Grant 3, Mathewson 4, White 5, PAONESSA 6, Field 7, CALCARAO 8, Ryan 9, Van der MERWE 10, Woodhouse 11, MAU 12, Botonis 13, Lewis 14, BODNAR 15, SIDERIDIS 16, and McAllister wearing hip number 17 through the first 200 metres for them. And taking it out the hardest is the Tasmanian in BODNAR. He leads them through that mark. The New South Wales athletes are next through. PAONESSA is sitting in second. And you have the Victorian in SIDERIDIS, who's had a brilliant championships, and he is sitting in third place as they go through the first 300 metres. Just behind him is Botonis from New South Wales, who just makes his way onto the shoulder of SIDERIDIS, who wears hip number 16 from Victoria. That's how they are looking through the first 400 metres. The Tasmanian in BODNAR, Ella, is leading.
As they embark on this long journey, I just thought I'd give us a little bit of an update on the under-20 final going on in the men's shot put. Now, we don't have any athletes so far that have qualified for the under-20s, but it is Elijah Wilson leading this competition, and he's probably the closest. Elijah Wilson has won the discus with a PB of 59.63 and a World Junior qualifier. He has the largest PB in the field. He has a shot put from December that sits over that marker, 18.79. That's outside the qualifying period, and it is with an under 18 shot put, which is 5 kilos. So with this 6 kilo shot put, he's going to have to find everything within him to try and throw the 18.30. He sits in the lead at the moment with an 18.04 from his second attempt. They've just completed the 5th round of throws there, and will head for these 6th round of throws now. In terms of our top 8, that currently looks at Wilson, Lease the New Zealander, Frey will sit in that silver medal, McKinlay in bronze, Hume, Ryan Southwood, Sipple Asher, and Finkel-Falau in 8th. So it'll be interesting to see how this competition pans out, and I know Wilson will be trying his absolute best to do what he can to put another World Junior qualifier on the board in a different event. But Ethan, we'll head back to you because this 3K is well underway.
Thank you, Ella. Awesome work from you, as we are still seeing the Tasmanian in BODNAR. He's in front by about a stride or 2. Next up is CALCARAO, sitting in second. Just SIDERIDIS tucked on the inside. On his outside is Botonis from New South Wales. So the pace looks relatively cruisy. We've only really lost 2 from this lead group, as they have got still 5 laps remaining. SIDERIDIS just still sitting comfortable, knows that he's probably not in a dangerous position just yet. It's all going to shape out in the final stages of the race, but he is the defending age group champion. Won this race when they were under 15s last year. Botonis, who's sitting in that top 3, he is the all schools champion. And at that same race, Archie SIDERIDIS was able to win the bronze medal, but that was in December, and a lot of these athletes, their sole goal are these championships in this race. And with 150 to go in this lap, it's the Tasmanian in BODNAR who has been the most impressive, but the pace has really been dialed back. Botonis in 4th place now. SIDERIDIS just pushes up, puts some pressure onto CALCARAO, and they're starting to really close in on the leader in BODNAR as they make their way through with 1,600 to race.
Yeah, they're really bunched up, and in the middle stages to the later stages of this race, it's interesting to see how many athletes are still in this field. I mean, we talk about championship racing. Contrary to what we've just seen in our under 16 women's, this is one race, so one race only will determine the medals here and who goes home with gold, silver and bronze. So it means that we can have that championship racing. So we've just seen a little bit of a lead change now and a little bit of pace injected. We see those first 6 athletes now run on the rail. There's no bunching. So that was the New South Wales athlete CALCARAO. He leads us off. The Victorian now sits behind. That's Archie SIDERIDIS. And then we have another New South Wales athlete trailing not too far. So that's Botons, the Queenslander on the outside, making a little bit of a definitive move and who heads straight to the front straight. That is hip number 2. We'll see SCHINARD from Queensland wanting to lead us into 3 laps to go. The Tasmanian Bodnar, who's done such a fantastic job leading us out early, will stay with that leading pack of 5. He's the link at the moment to the 4 chasing. So at the moment, it is our Queenslander, SCHINARD, who made such a definitive move on this front straight to start to pull the group away. So he'll lead this group into the back straight. Another Victorian trying to bridge that gap. He knows that if he doesn't stay with these 5 athletes, it's going to be very difficult to come back. So SCHINARD he's leading. It's CALCARAO covering all the moves. SIDERIDIS in 3rd. We'll see our athlete Botonis from New South Wales in 4th, and the Tasmanian's Bodnar. So I'd say at this stage, everyone's in it. Oscar WOODHOUSE from Victoria doing equally as well. He's now almost caught that pack just as our Tasmanian drops off them. But what can these athletes do? Another lead change as we head into 800 metres to go. The New South Welshmen want to lead us out with 800 metres to go. So that will be CALCARAO and Botonis. They'll increase a little bit extra pace again. Oscar WOODHOUSE chasing hard. He's taken that spot from Bodnar and he wants to join on to that pack, but he'll need to get moving because the Queenslander again with hip 2 wants to take the lead. It's who wants to be the leader. Everyone's swapping. SIDERIDIS working really hard to stay right on the back of them. So it will be CALCARAO that looks like he's going to sit on the outside shoulder. SIDERIDIS staying with them. They've dropped Botonis at the moment, so SCHINARD there will lead us in. He's done a fantastic job. He wants to be on the rail and he wants to lead us out. Botonis has done a fantastic job to get back into that group of 4. So with 500 metres to go, there's definitely 4 still in it. I mean, don't count out Oscar WOODHOUSE. We've seen runs from further back than that come through for 3rd, 2nd or 1st. So we have another lead change. That is CALCARAO as we come into 400 metres to go. SIDERIDIS sitting pretty. Here the surge comes again from our Queenslander. That is SCHINARD as we come into this 350 metres to go, Ethan.
SIDERIDIS, the 1500 metre champion, walked away with a championship record. Can he replicate it? He's in a bit of danger. He's in 3rd place. He's got to get moving with 300 metres to go. CALCARAO looking strong, but looking stronger is SIDERIDIS. He's showing his strength and speed from the 1500 metres with the final 250 upon us. SCHINARD starts to burst up the back straight. He puts pressure onto CALCARAO, but CALCARAO responds beautifully. He goes into the lead. SIDERIDIS winding up, putting pressure back onto SCHINARD, and he moves past him with 150 to sprint. Having a look over the shoulder, CALCARAO can see SIDERIDIS right on his back. They enter into the home straight as 1, but CALCARAO pushes clear and he's stretching away from the 1500 metre champion. CALCARAO in a class of his own. He's burnt off the rest of the field. He's burnt off SIDERIDIS and he gets a shiny gold to go home with. 8:47.68. An awesome race for him. CALCARAO, the 3000 metre under 16 national champion.
Will Oscar WOODHOUSE come through for 2nd there? It looked like SIDERIDIS almost came to a stop with 5 metres to go, and WOODHOUSE chasing hard. So incredible job there to put himself on the podium. I mean, we've talked about this time and time again. Juniors, seniors, how important it is to run the whole way through to the line. I mean, a national silver is nothing to snarl at, absolutely, and it's an incredible achievement. So to push through to that line is really important. SIDERIDIS will just hold on. So he's very lucky there that there wasn't that little bit of extra track as Woodhouse came absolutely bounding through to that line. So your medalists there, CALCARAO, SIDERIDIS and Woodhouse. Incredible run from him though in the last 250 metres.
Very good point that you make there, Ella. And we've seen how many times in heats athletes who think that they're guaranteed to be able to progress through to the finals or semi-finals, and then they just ease off, and ultimately they could be medal chance going in, but then eventually for them it doesn't happen. There's a look at the replay. 3 athletes in contention, 250 metres to go. CALCARAO just pushed away, and he was being chased down frantically by Schinard, and Schinard really, I think, just used all of his tactics and used all of his energy too early, and in the end, he had to do it. It was a brave race for him. We know these 2 athletes are stars. They came in almost level, SIDERIDIS and CALCARAO, and SIDERIDIS gave it everything he could, but CALCARAO just had a little more to give in the final stages. 8:47.70 if he did miss at the confirmed time. SIDERIDIS 8:50.29 and Woodhouse 8:50.40. There's a look at the photo finish, and just that's highlighting your point, Ella, of how close it was between Woodhouse and SIDERIDIS towards the finish line. Here is a look at the complete results. CALCARAO 8:47.70 to SIDERIDIS 8:50.29 and Woodhouse 8:50.40. So that wraps up the 3,000 metres of the day. We're almost into the back end of the program, which, as we spoke about before, Ella, is just final on top of final on top of final on top of final on top of final. So it is a wonderful day for athletics to round out the 2026 Australian Junior Athletics Championships. Don't go anywhere. We've got some 200 metre hurdles finals right after the break.